I got to admit, this is my third take. Just trying. This is kind of a complicated story to this debut on my fantasy playlist of August 10th, 1985. As Mr. DJ resumes the countdown, I'm going to try to chop up a couple of videos tonight, if possible. But let's go to debut song number 37. Debuting at number 37 on my fantasy playlist. Katrina and the Waves. Do You Want Crying? That runner-up to Walking on Sunshine, a massive Sunshine appeal hit for them back in the spring of 1985. This was definitely like a kind of like an upbeat 60s Motown record in a way, or 60s rock and roll record in the 80s. Well, Katrina and the Waves, Do You Want Crying? The runner-up, and didn't do as well though, just barely cracked the top 40. Very radio-friendly song. Katrina and the Waves, the history's a little complicated. Katrina and the Waves, they're derived from two bands that were based in England back in the 70s. There was a group called the Waves in 1975, 1976. And in this band, there was Kimberly Rue and Alex Cooper, drummer named Alex Cooper. And they played in the Cambridge area for several years, a couple of years. But Kimberly Rue, he left the Waves. He joined another band called the Soft Boys. Now, the second band, totally unrelated initially, it was called Mama's Cookin', formed in 1978. It was American slash English band. The American, the lead singer, Katrina Leskovich, and her boyfriend, both Americans. The rest of them were British. And they did cover songs. They were based in England. They did cover songs, as millions of bands would do. And they covered songs by Linda Ronstadt, Hart, Foreigner, CC Top. They were rocking the pubs down in England. Alice Cooper, he joined the band. He joined Mama's Cookin'. And when the Soft Boys broke up in 1981, Kimberly Rue, he contacted his old bandmate, Alex Cooper. He said, how would you like to, let's restart our musical partnership. Let's see what we can do. And Alex Cooper said, well, I'm in a band. Kimberly Rue, what band? I'm in a band called Mama's Cookin'. And we can use another band member. How would you like to join? We might take it to the top. He joined Kimberly Rue. So here's the deal. That's it. That's your nucleus of Katrina and the Waves. Right there. A five-piece band in 1982. And they changed their name back to the Waves. Kimberly Rue's and Alex Cooper's old band back in the mid-70s. So we got Mama's Cookin' to the Waves, and then eventually they changed their name to Katrina and the Waves. Katrina and the Waves. Kimberly Rue brought a whole slew of songs. He was the primary songwriter for Katrina and the Waves. And Katrina Leskovich went from singing cover songs to originals. And they released their first EP. I'm thinking E.T. because the movie came out in 1981, but they released their first EP called Shock Horror in 1982. And then in 1983 they released their, as a matter of fact, they financed it. They released their first album, came up with their first album called Walking on Sunshine, 1983. And they basically just used it to sell it at gigs, or just maybe give the album away or sell the album at their gigs. But they did shop it around to record companies, but most of the record companies were not interested. You know the drill. But then there was this one company in Canada, this one record outfit in Canada called Attic Records. They took the album, and it was released in Canada. Walking on Sunshine. It generated some buzz for the band, and they released another album in Canada called Katrina and the Waves 2. Generated some more buzz up in Canada. And Capitol Records signed up Katrina and the Waves. They got their major record deal with Capitol in 1984, 1983, 1984. And here's what they did for their debut album for Capitol Records, Katrina and the Waves, the band members, they took 10 songs from their previous two albums, and they remixed it. They reproduced it, they did some overdubs, and bang. You got your red hot major label debut. Walking on Sunshine goes to number 9 on Billboard's Hot 100, and Do You Want Crying at number 37. Went to number 37. Billboard's Hot 100. And she really does, Katrina Leskovich really did deliver an impassioned performance on this record. Thought it's one of their best records. Do You Want Crying debuting at number 37 on my fantasy playlist of August 10th, 1985.